Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna be drawing One Piece and the episode is 1162. This is the latest one. We haven't had episode this week, so we are up to date. And I have a couple of things I wanted to mention before. I was thinking about drawing one of these three characters or moments, let's say, because they are relevant for today's episode, today's chapter. One was drawing Ivankov and Kuma eating the fruits, because I love to see Akuma no Mi in the story. Oda, Eiichiro Oda, I love you, thank you very much. I needed this. Second option was to draw Marco. I will explain to you why I wanted to draw him, but I think it's better if I do one video about Marco on its own, because I haven't drawn him yet, so it can be nicer if we focus only talking about him in a full video, okay? And the drawing that we're gonna do today, that is gonna be rocks in silhouette. I know, we normally don't redraw. Normally, I always say, if you want to give me some ideas, if you want to give me some characters to draw that you want to see in the channel, please feel free to say it. And I keep saying it all the time, that's true. But we have rocks already drawn, that I'm going to put it here. But this drawing from today is going to be a little bit different, a little bit interpretation, I would say, and silhouette, okay? So, there is this moment in the story, by the end of the chapter, that Rocks is shown as a silhouette, and he is absolutely terrifying. We have seen Garp in a couple of episodes ago in these kind of guys as well, like similar looking, like in a silhouette, being horrendously pirate. We have seen now as well in this episode Kaido drawn like that as a silhouette. So we have seen a couple of characters. Oda likes to do this when something is gonna be misinterpreted. Like he's gonna say, oh, this guy was terrible, this was a horrible person, and then they will show it like this. Like when we were introduced to the Shichibukais, Oda showed them like this. When we were introduced to the Jonkos, Oda showed them like this. So the concept of not knowing the face behind the shadow, the enemy that you need to face at some point, it makes you more afraid, more insecure, more basically worried about the whole situation. And I loved this moment. So that's why I wanted to draw. As you know, if today is gonna be silhouette, we may have a shorter video, but I want to talk about the episode in general. Okay, so let's dig into it. Chapter 1162, God Valley Battle Royale. We have the cover story where Yamato is chilling, happy, eating. We see some of the guys next to Yamato as well. Momo is there, all of them enjoying, okay, in Wano. So the story is done, is finished. I was thinking that by the time that Yamato is back, we will have a problem in Wano. Someone could have been there, let's say someone from Blackbeard. I thought always more Crocodile, because my deep and intense theory of the ancient weapons and the mechanical ancient weapons and Crocodile and the Cross Guild that I'm gonna put here, one of the videos, so you can understand. But it didn't happen. So we will need to wait to see where is this leading. We will need to see Yamato and the team again, but I don't know in what context at the moment, okay? So, we go into God Valley, we start fighting, we see Garling is in one side, Roger is in one side, there is chaos, Roger is kind of saying, go ahead Rayleigh, kind of escape with Shakky, I'll take care of this, and we see this very beautiful and nice and, you know, epic, poetic, romantic moment of Rayleigh carrying his girlfriend, okay, Shakky, and escaping. The friends, the Nakamas, that we know that those are Roger's guys as well, because there is one of the SBSs Oda drew for us some sketches of the main crew for Roger, so we know those are two of the guys. And they are opening path so he can escape, basically. I don't think Rayleigh or Roger are the type of character that they have to escape. They are so strong that they don't have to escape. But this whole battle, this whole encounter involving Rocks, the Rocks Pirates, and the Gods Knights, and all the top tiers in the world at the moment, it is something that maybe at that level, yeah, I don't have to escape, but it will be good if I escape, because what we want to do is basically rescue Shakky. Okay, so they are trying to achieve this outcome. That it should be positive, because we know that Shakky later, it's in Shabondi, is good, she's able to be there with Rayleigh and everything, and we met her before, so she's not gonna die or anything here, okay? Just for the peace of mind. So all of them keep fighting. You can see Shakky fighting around, Whitebeard fighting, Gansui is around there. Shakky is very happy, very, let's say, tranquil of being in Rayleigh's arms and they can escape. She wants to... there is something that he wants to tell her, but she's like, don't worry, don't say it, I already know it. We can understand that this is something in the lines of, yeah, I love you too, I didn't know how to explain myself. All these things that happen in love, and it makes sense that it's something in that line, okay? Let's draw a little bit more. I'm doing the silhouette image, this very radical moment. It's like a monster, and we need to make some... I have only a couple of guys drawn like this in silhouette, but I love it. I love it. So we do like this. The sword is stuck on the floor, like, you know, being very, very epic. We need to create this dissociation between there is mist, there is dust moving, and we have the silhouette of rocks there in the back, okay? So more or less, the sword is very big. This sword, I have to say, this sword, it has to be the sword that Imu has in the flower room. 100%, 100%. It looks like the same. The silhouette is being drawn like this. In my storytelling knowledge and my world building knowledge, it is drawn like this in silhouette, so we understand that this is the same sword that later, when he dies, because he dies here, Imu is gonna collect. He's gonna put as a trophy, like he has as well this ginormous straw hat as a trophy in her place, okay? I don't know how we're gonna end up going to that point, but let's keep analyzing the episode. Beautiful moment that we go into now is basically Ivankov and Akuma found a corner where they took some of the fruits. We can very obviously see the pawpaw is there, that this is the one that Akuma is gonna eat, that is gonna be making him a man who can send people flying around. We see that Ivankov has the drawing, it is very obviously the drawing of the Asure dragon. Okay, this is the fish fruit model Asure dragon. This concept of being a fish is because in Japanese culture, or more wide in Oriental culture, you have this concept of the carp is the koi carp is the one who is, I think, swimming against the current in a waterfall, and if they manage to jump and go on top of the waterfall, it kind of evolves and transforms into this gigantic dragon. Okay, that's kind of some sort of a legend there, some mythology there. And if you are if you are a fan of Pokemon as well, the original Pokemon with the 151 original Pokemons, you see Magikarp and Gyarados. It is a parody or a representation of this story, this myth. Okay, so we are doing this. I don't want to make full design with the line. I want to just do some of these basic lines, and I'm gonna focus in painting it with the color, with the fine liner in a moment. Okay, I just want to situate everything and do the eyes here as well. I think it's better. It's better, because I don't make mistake in the past, to try to do the circle with pencil, and I ended up seeing everything black. And what I want to see is the design. Okay, so This is supposed to be his cloak. The head is sinking in the clothing, and then we have the lines for the hair, the spiky, wavy hair that he has. Okay, so something like this is small for today. I like it. Okay, so let's go into more details now. By the way, I've been using this one. You may have been surprised because it's not the same that I normally use. The Supracolor Chew Soft Carandash Swiss made. This is the number 3888. So this is black for this collection of pencils. It is a very soft color, so you can blend it with other ones as well. You can just move it and kind of do some smudges around to create some texture, some shadows as well. For my type of drawing, it's not that nice. I like more stronger type of tip, harder one, that it can give me more resistance with the paper. Okay, it's more clean, the cut, like a HB, for example, HB type of standard pencil. But anyway, so these two kids, because at the moment they are kids, Kuma and Ivankov, are trying to eat the fruit, but suddenly, and we knew this already, Big Mom interferes, smashes Ivankov on the wall, takes the Azure Dragon, Akuma no Mi. Kuma is very stressed, very scared there, because obviously they are big guys, but Big Mom is gigantic. So basically they can do nothing about this. She's trying to take as well the Popo from Kuma's hands, but Kuma is faster and he eats the Akuma no Mi. Eiichiro Oda, as I said, I love you. Thank you very much. I needed to see this in the story. I want to see fruits. I want to see someone that we know eating fruits, seeing how they reveal the power. We see this with Sabo, I loved it. We see this with Khalifa, with Kaku, I loved it as well. I want to see more. We've seen it with Boggy as well. We've seen it with Blackbeard as well. So we've seen several. I ask you, please, if somehow, by divine chance, this video ends up in your feed and you are bored and you are watching this, please make us, the Straw Hats, to have a fruit, Akuma no Mi, in our hands. I want us to have the chance to decide and to have this kind of situation where we are gonna be thinking, you know, Zorro, Luffy, Usopp, Nami, all of them are gonna be sitting around the fruit and they are gonna be, ooh, should we eat it? Should we not eat it? What are we gonna do? Let's eat it. What's gonna happen? I wanna see that situation. I think it's one of those things that for me is One Piece core, basically, and I need to have in the story. I understand that you may not want to do it because you may have your reasons and everything, but for me, for a fan of many years, I think it's very appealing. Very appealing. I dream of that. I dream of Straw Hats having a fruit in their hands and having to see if what they want to do and how are they going to do it and who is going to eat it and why and everything. We have this challenge with Indres Rosa with Frankie, and Frankie says, oh, there is no way I'm going to eat that. You know, I want to swim and I want to do whatever I want. So Frankie doesn't want to. But you don't know if there is any other one that maybe, or because of need, it can. Okay? I would love that. If you are here, my Nakama, with me, watching the video, that you are, I know a lot of people, a lot of you are here watching and trying to analyze One Piece with me and commenting and everything. Thank you very much. I want to know your opinion on this. Do you want to see the Straw Hats with a fruit and see what they are going to do? Do you want to have that situation? I would love. What do you think? What do you think? Please just in the show more section down below. You have the comments that you can write in the comments your opinion, and I will reply. We will entangle in conversation. We will discuss One Piece theories, and we will see why yes and why not. Obviously, I agree with, and I am happy to discuss every decision. If you say no, I don't want to see it, let's talk about it. I wanna understand why, and I wanna see how we can find like a mutual, let's say, interest in the One Piece aspects, okay? So I'm gonna be doing the hair like this a little bit. Spiky. We are still at the beginning of the episode, and I'm almost done with the drawing because it's silhouette. I think I want to jump into a thicker type of fine liner, okay? I'm gonna show you something that I haven't shown you here. I only showed it in my Inktober videos that I'm doing on the Wednesdays. I have this Black Edition Micron Sakura pens, fine liners, beautiful. Found it in a discount, it was a present, very nice, and these are performing beautifully for my other videos. I'm enjoying them a lot. So now that we are doing like a silhouette, I think it's nice if I actually do a little bit of this so you can see how it works. Let's do the eyes. Let's not forget to do the eyes more or less like this. A little bit like, I don't want to do a circle. I'm kind of doing like a half moon because when you do a circle, it may be more paranoid, and in this one it looks more like a half moon oval type of design, kind of showing more like a Halloween style. We are in Halloween now this month, and I love this season, so you will see maybe with my drawings that are more a little bit more Halloween, okay? So this is nice, but I want to focus in 0.8. Just 1 second, I drink. So let's carry on. Kuma ate the fruit. Big Mom is like, oh no, I lost that one. And obviously she's not gonna take the kid. Ivankov is very excited, very happy. And then we go to the key, to the point, to the middle of the episode, to something very important. We see some of the Roger guys fighting. These are rocks guys, all of the rocks guys are fighting each other. There's a lot of fighting here, okay? There's like a rubble here of fighting. Silver Axe is falling. Someone kicked him very, very hard on the face, and he's falling backwards. And that guy, I don't know. Open the episode. Just check the image. But that guy does look like Marco, no? Marco the Phoenix that we have in Whitebeard's crew, no? Marco, in theory, by information given by Oda, is 45. This fight is happening, this scene is happening around 38, 40 years ago. So that will put him out of range. It will put him as, it cannot be Marco. People may think this is Marco's dad, maybe, because he looks like Marco, basically. But, to be honest, I'm gonna give you some food for thought. What if this guy, it is actually Marco? I will do a full video about it probably soon when I can, and I will explain the reasons. But Marco has the Phoenix fruit. We know, because here in the channel we all like mythology, we all like legends, we all like folklore. We know that the Phoenix, obviously, is a creature that can resurrect from its own ashes. The Phoenix, in normal circumstances, is a fire bird, okay? So when it reaches the end of life, or when it's killed, the animal will basically disappear into ashes, like you are looking into a fire, basically, and in a couple of minutes, or in a couple of days, or in a couple of months, depending on the legends that you are following, it will re-emerge, in some cases as a little bird, okay, or in some cases as an egg, and then the egg will open as a little bird, and then it will start growing again. Immortality, the concept of immortality, the concept of an everlasting flame, that this is something that we are touching with Vegapunk here as well. We are touching with the the main core of One Piece and the mother flame at the moment, okay? Very important. So, I say here in the video, officially, in my opinion, officially, Marco is the guy in this image. Marco has a moment where, well, there are multiple moments where Shanks is asking Marco, "Hi, Marco, just join me. You know, why don't you join me?" And Marco, at the end, when we finish one, we finish everything, Marco is returning to his place. Marco is telling him, you know, I am tired of being the nanny, basically the nanny of big pirates. Why are you talking in plural, Marco? Because you are, since we know you, being a teenager in the Oden flashback, you are with Whitebeard. You are not the nanny of pirates in plural. You are the nanny of this big pirate called Whitebeard. So, why? Why are you saying that? Is because you are immortal? Is because you may be coming from 900 years ago? With Toki, etc., blah blah blah. Is that why Blackbeard haven't captured you, taken your fruit or anything yet in the storyline? Because maybe there is a little bit of something more with you that is not connected in the main story to you, but it is told here like in a flashback. And maybe we are gonna see a ending of God Valley, where you know whoever is defeated, whoever is gonna be the winner is the winner. But then a Whitebeard fleeing from the scene with a tiny Marco bird in his hat or in his pocket, escaping, saving this baby phoenix that is just been reincarnated because Marco dies here. It could be very interesting. I would love it. So Oda, if you are listening to me, if you are watching this video, please make that happen. I know you don't like to do the things that we here as One Piece community we guess and we are correct, but man, that is something that it is very, very interesting, very, very nice, very, very One Piece, and very poetic. Very poetic that the guy, and he's a doctor. On top of all of that, he's a doctor. I would like it. I love Marco, and it can be very interesting. I will obviously, as I said, do a full video about Marco, explaining everything and going more into details, counting the age and why and how this could have happened, but in another video, okay? So let's carry on. Then we have the the Marines in this moment talking about you know what's happening, the situation is happening, and we see a very upset Garp. Bogart is with him. We want to know more about Bogart as well, please. We see that Garp is terribly upset about what is happening. He is arguing with he's on the phone, he's on the Dendermushi with Sengoku. Sengoku is gonna be the future fleet admiral at this point. He's not that at the time, but Garp is very upset. He's kind of saying, what is going on here? You knew about this. This is not good. I can't allow this, basically. And the story keeps going. We see a woman that is Eris. Eris is a funny topic because when Gunko is transformed, to be honest, there is a moment in this kind of magic Tenebris circle, whatever you want to call it, that it looks like he's saying there, Eris the Star. That, I think, the name of this lady is important and it's relevant for the story. So I am very curious to see how all of this is gonna pan. So we see Eris. Eris is being carried by Rocks. I love Rocks. Rocks is there for love. I love it. He is the only one, well, apart from Rayleigh and the rest that want Shakky, but they want Shakky more like a treasure, I think, and because she's the treasure of Hachinosu. But Rox is the only one who is there for family, and I love that. Rox is a monster, as far as we know, and what we have seen of him is not true. What we have seen of him is that he is a good guy. I think he was a very good guy, and I like him, and I would like him or his legacy. I think Blackbeard has a distorted reality of what happened, and he's acting in a way that Rox, I don't think he would approve, basically. But this is a scene, they are escaping. We see Garling behind, and the lady that is on another of the God's Knights as well, chasing them with... They are riding birds, and since day one, and we were discussing Bibi is riding Karoo as well, this is very similar to that. There are the royalty connections and the Tenryubito connections. Bibi is going to have more importance because the presentation of the God Knights riding these birds, okay? And it's very interesting. There are some silhouettes of Domi Reversi. Domi Reversi. Strange. I'm going to explain you what is Domi Reversi in this video here, okay? Those guys there, in the next image, you can see that are the family, the Rox family. So you know that they are being hunted there. These guys are, as I understand, maybe the parents of Rox, or the grandparents of Rox, as I understand. They seem to be buccaneers as well. So there is buccaneer blood in Blackbeard, buccaneer blood in Shebek. It is very interesting. One of my favorite moments of the chapter of 1162, One Piece 1162, is the next one, where we see those two God Knights that they are approaching Rox with the demons, and Garling's head is split in two, and he's trying to regenerate, and he's like basically, oh my god, my regeneration powers are being so slow because he's so strong. I absolutely loved it. I hate Shamrock. And we know that he is the champion of God Valley, but we have seen here that he's nothing. So, Rox, before being attacked by the family, he's able to split his head into, this man, Garling, should be scared of Rox. If you wouldn't have had that power, that Imu power of regeneration, you would have been dead by now. And I think he should be scared of Rox. They keep escaping. She, Eris is kind of, I want to fight, I want to be here as well, I want to face them, I want all of this, blah, blah, blah. And Rox is trying to explain to her, like, listen to me. They are not going to be playing with us. We are very famously known for our ancestry, and they are going to torture every single one of us, especially you and the kid. They are going to destroy us basically in the most horrible way possible. So we need to escape. And she's basically, and I understand, she's basically saying, listen to me. I am like you, I'm part of the family, I want to fight back, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I don't want to as well slow you down. You should be able to fight and everything. And she jumps out of his arms, and obviously she says, if I wouldn't be like this, you wouldn't have been in love with me. So she needs to be like she is, okay? And I totally understand it. Look, I just even got goosebumps and everything. Very beautiful. So then it's kind of this kind of realization from Rox that is kind of accepting the reality and saying, okay, yes, you go and protect my kid, our kid, and I'm gonna stand here, I'm gonna face them. So we see Garling arriving, kind of mocking. She's fully recovered already. She's kind of like, now you were able to, you got rid of the woman, and now you want to fight, no? And then we see how Rox basically just throws an attack, very strong attack that is cutting half of the island. He's very excited, like shouting at them, like, monsters, like, come to me, bring it on, let's fight. He has no restrictions. Now he can unleash his full potential. I love it. It is scary. It is very scary. We see how the lady, the woman, is escaping. Blackbeard, that he can't realize yet because he's very baby, but he will have obviously a trauma from this. He's looking at the silhouette of the father, when all of this is chaos basically. And then we jump again into the story in another moment. That is where we have the Big Mom it has the Asure Dragon fruit. It's kind of thinking, I'm gonna give this one to Katakuri because she already has the triplets there, Katakuri Oven and Daifuku, and she wants to feed him that one to become a dragon. That could have been very nice, but we have the silhouette of Kaido from behind that is gonna hit her on the head, is gonna make the fruit fly, and like a game, he eats it. And he's like, very funny, very funny image of him, like with the full mouth. In this image, I could read a lot how he looks like. A lot like. You remember when he was introduced that the face was a little bit different. That's not because Oda was thinking about this. It is actually the other way around. That is because Oda, at that point, he didn't have yet a final image, a final design for character design of how he was gonna look. So this is just because of that. When he shows silhouettes, yes, is to create tension and to create expectations, but at the same time, it's giving him years, months, and a lot of time to decide how the character is gonna look, to make it nice, epic, and everything like he always does. You know what I mean? So he eats the fruit. And then, oh my god, Kaido, there's explosions, fighting. We see the moment of... So we don't forget about Dragon. Dragon is still escaping. Ares is still escaping. The parallelism that we have between Shanks and Blackbeard is being done since day one. We have in all the volumes, all the color spreads, all the special drawings that Oda draws. There's always this, black and white, let's say, Blackbeard and Shanks, Blackbeard and Shanks, Blackbeard and Shanks, always kind of, they are the contraries. I guess this is representing contrary ideals. The things that they want to achieve are the opposites, okay? There's this very nice drawing of the fight with the columns for the prices and everything, and this is behind the stage, and the Roger Pirates have arrived there. There is a bunch of gold that they want to get and everything. Gansui is attacking, so that means that the Rocks Pirates have arrived as well to that same area. But Gaban is kind of with the hand like this, protecting the treasure. Like there is no much power that you can throw at me, Gansui, you are not enough. You are not powerful enough for me to actually get a sweat with you or anything. And we see some of the Marines. Garp is there, like he's basically thinking for himself, shouting like nothing makes sense here, not even justice. So I think this is the moment where Garp changes his whole discourse and kind of starts to do whatever he wants, even more. Okay. And there is more fight and more fight, and the cannons from the ships are destroying the place as well. Kuma is, there is like this mini flashback from Kuma, and Saturn is sitting on a rock, and is kind of thinking about nothing is going according to his plan, so he needs to take action. We see the pirates, the marines, everyone fighting, seeing how a creature is racing in the sky. This is Kaido basically transforming for the first time. We see the guys, all the guys that have been eating fruits, using the powers. Kaido just started. Now Kuma, with the target in his back, was able to reach some of the guys that they are the slaves, the population from the city, from God Valley, that they want to escape. They are praying. They are kind of idolizing Kuma. Kuma, we see that has the power already of the Popo. It's nice that he realized quite quick how the power works, and he's able to send them all flying. In the present, well, in the future, he has a lot of regrets because he saved only 500 people and he could have saved more. But obviously he's a kid. Obviously he can do what he can do, and obviously he just got the fruit, so he has limitations. He's just a person. He can't do everything that he wants to do. But very interesting and very beautiful. So now there is this tremendous burst of haki in the middle of God Valley, and we see the faces of, Roger, Garp, Rocks, kind of, ooh, what is this? What is going on here? We see the legs of a giant spider. So Saturn has transformed, and the guys are trying to escape a little bit, or not escape, but trying to fight the other standard pirates, like the normal Rocks pirates, etc. But the important guys are kind of gonna be facing the enemy. So we see Roxy's image like this, where he's shouting crazy at someone, that this is Saturn transformed. He's shouting, how you dare to go after my family. If you want me dead, you're gonna have to fight me. Kind of leave my family alone. We see a lot of people dead around at his feet, and most of these guys are his own family. So he had to cut through his family, transformed in Domi Reversi. So not even Domi Reversi could win against him. We see a beautiful image of Garling completely defeated on the floor, frustrated, crying even, bloody mouth and everything, kind of, like he couldn't do anything. So the reality and the truth has been twisted. They've been lying about the power of Garling, that he's the champion. They've been lying about alliances. They've been lying about rocks. They've been lying about everything. So the government, the world government in One Piece, has made up the story. This is something very real in history as well, in pirate history, in normal history. Since always, the winners write history, okay? And this is a very clear example of that. We have the final double panel where very Nakama-like Blackbeard, Whitebeard, and Kaido show up next to Rocks, and they say, kind of, bro, I'm here with you until the end. We die here, we die here. Whatever happens here. Kaido is kind of, yeah, I am gonna test my powers. I just have become super strong now. I just want to test my power and see what's gonna happen with that. And I see some connotations here about they were Nakamas because they were forced to be Nakamas with Davy Back Fight, but the companionship has been developed and they are able to fight side by side. I like it. I like this brotherhood. I liked the concept. This reminds me as well. Kaido tried to go to help Whitebeard in Marineford to rescue Ace and everything, and he was stopped by Shanks. This is gonna have connotations in the future as well. It's gonna tell us more story about it. You see the brotherhood, how Kaido, when Whitebeard needed him without asking for him, Kaido was gonna go and help his friend, okay? His rival as well, because they were rival, they were friends, everything. Very, very interesting. This gives me as well a kind of upsetness feeling of the brotherhood that we had between this guy and King Harald. And he said to King Harald, please help me. They want to take my family. They want to kill my family. And Harald said, you shut up. I need to prioritize Elbaf. I can understand King Harald, but man, put yourself in this guy's position when you ask for help, that I've seen that firsthand, when you ask for help and they can't help you or they don't want to help you. That is difficult to process. But here he finds comrades, he finds friends, because Harald wasn't Davy Back Fight with him and forced to be with him, but circumstances happen. And then this basically crack of Haki is because further transformation apparently looks like Saturn is somehow transforming himself into Imu half transformation. I don't know how to explain it, but like this kind of pyramid or something. And this, straight away when I read it, I said, oh my god, this is gonna be those things that we see at the end of Thrillerback. That's her shadow, Imu's shadow at the back, kind of keeping an eye on the world. She's been referred in this episode and in various episodes before as the world. So I think Oda needs to explain further what's happening here. So Garp is there upset. He wants to fight whatever is coming at him. This is crazy. He doesn't acknowledge this as power. This is not the rule that he wants to follow. And Rox is excited because he wants to fight this monster. He's reaching for power and he wants to see his abilities. And Roger is excited as well because he's discovering new things every day. And he's very excited, like Luffy, very innocent, and he wants to fight as well. So there is going to be a 3-side alliance against Saturn transformed with half Imu. And this battle is gonna be crazy. Whitebeard is gonna be there, Kaido is gonna be there, so only the top tiers are gonna be fighting here. The rest of the guys are gonna be in the background, I would say. The official discussion is Roger and Garp joined forces to defeat Rocks. But this doesn't look like that. Looks like everyone is gonna fight Saturn, even Garp, okay? Because he's not accepting this boss, let's say, okay? Because Saturn is his boss at the end of the day. So, what I'm gonna do now here is what I think is gonna happen in the story. I am just gonna do like this with pencil. I'm gonna make horns and I'm gonna Domi reverse him. I'm gonna do this like that, okay? Like a demon. I 100% believe Imu is gonna be losing, Saturn is gonna be losing, because so far Saturn has shown only his weakness, not his strength. I think Imu's taking control will start activating Domi Reversi, and he is gonna transform this demon into a proper demon with the wings and everything here like this, and we are gonna see all of these moment happening probably in the next episode. So I want to do something like this. I want to make it a little bit more menacing, like a shadow. I don't want to maybe define how it's gonna look, but something like this, okay? A little bit of shadowy like this, okay, without defining. So I think what is gonna happen here is we get Imu here. Imu can defeat it, Saturn can defeat them, and they Domi reverse him, okay? They Domi reverse him, and then we are gonna have this moment where he's gonna take out of commission Kaido with one strike, Whitebeard with one strike, even Saturn with one strike, and Roger and Garp are the only ones who are going to be able to hold the ground there. Then is when you're going to have a lot of people who have fainted because the tremendous amount of haki and the clash of these monsters. And you're going to see all of these guys maybe that they wake up a little bit, they are looking through the eyes because they revere Garp as a hero, like he's like a god basically. He saved everyone, blah blah blah. So they need to see this. So the normal Marines, the normal pirates, are gonna have to fear Roger and fear Garp, because what they're gonna do next that is gonna take care of him. I think as well there is still one player that needs to show up in here, and we can't forget about him, and that is King Harald. I think Imu may summon King Harald, because he is already Domi Reversi. That's what I want to think. I talk about this in multiple videos. I think he asked Loki in the present time, obviously, well, in this flashback, he said to Loki when he was in the throne room, kill me, because there is no one else strong enough to kill me. And what is happening here is that Harald is not in God Valley at the moment because he's already under Imu's control. He's a lackey of Imu, and Imu, I think, is gonna summon him in here when everyone is half defeated, that maybe Garp as well and Roger as well. That's why they don't want to accept these roles very much. That is when Harald is gonna be summoned in there. He's gonna show up. Harald and Shebek are equal in power. Remember this. The full flashback that we are seeing through Loki's eyes, don't forget about that, is to tell you, look at this. The only person who is able in the whole world to face rocks is King Harald. They are equal in power so far. They have clashed countless times. None of them has win. Okay? He can win against Garling. He can win against anyone. You see here how he's superior to Whitebeard, superior to Garp, superior to Roger. Okay? So, the things are gonna flip around. She is gonna Domi Reversi him. They are not gonna be able to stop him. Harald is gonna show up here. Harald is gonna be transformed. He's gonna be fighting rocks a lot, and the final hit maybe is given by Garp and Roger in a combined attack. You know, like when let's say they do the sovereign attack, both of them, and the punch and the heavenly punch, or the meteorite punch, and like this they are able to kill him or defeat him. But King Harald may be the key to win this battle, to weaken him, and to leave him at the mercy of the other guys. And then when that happens, then Imu can transport back Harald, make him disappear from the scene, and throw him, like traveling in time or traveling with this black magic, to his town, and later is with all the story, later in time, or whenever it is that it happens with the timeline, when Loki is gonna have to kill his father, because he's accused of killing the father and everything, because he can't control the Domi Reversi. Maybe they are strong enough to control a little bit the Domi Reversi, because I think these two guys, Harald and Shebek, they have such a strong determination that they should be able to control a bit the Domi Reversi. They don't have to listen blindly to what Imu is gonna say, and that's gonna play a very interesting card, very interesting moment there. I'm gonna do as well like a tail here, okay? Like this. I want to know your opinion. I know this is very radical and very kind of tense in the sense of what is happening in the story, but the story is being thick in the sense of dense, in the sense of information. There is a lot of information. There are a lot of Titanic characters in play here, and I absolutely love it. I want to know your opinion about rocks, about the possibility in 1163 to see a rocks in Domi Reversi, or if not, to see a King Harald Domi Reversi summoned into the scene for 1163, and in 1164 see rocks Domi Reversi, and having to join forces then. You know, Garp and Roger talk and say, you look man, we are, you know, fighters, rivals and everything. I don't want to partner with you because we have different ideals, but we need to stop these two guys fighting. We need to stop and rocks, or he is gonna kill everyone here. There are pirates that I don't want dead. There are marines that I don't want dead. There are government people that I don't want dead here. And for the sake of people in here, that they are basically collateral damage, we need to join forces, okay? And probably Imu is gonna disappear at some point when she's kind of knowing, you know, everything is under control now, and leave Domi Reversi rocks loose there, unstoppable. It's very interesting, very interesting. I think that's the only and the sole reason for showing you this. If you realize, rocks is scary here, yes. And this is the previous panel, but Garp, that is horribly strong as well, and Roger as well, they are not shown like this in this moment to face Saturn. They are shown here maybe a little bit before, kind of, this is how you are perceived. Garp, by the pirates, is perceived like this, okay? Then Kaido, in this episode as well, by the situation with Big Mom, is perceived like this. Oh wow, I lost. He's strong. We haven't seen Roger like that much yet. We will see if maybe next episode as well happens. But here, why are we seeing this? Because this is what Saturn is seeing. Saturn is seeing this monster, unstoppable monster. And then the rest of the guys in the image are normal, are painted with whites, with grays, like a drawing, but he's the only one in silhouette. Saturn is seeing, this is dangerous. What I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna summon Imu. And then Imu comes, and then Imu is gonna say, this is dangerous. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to Domi Reversi. Or I'm gonna bring Harald, that works for me, Domi Reversi, to fight him. I don't think that the Saturn has not a single chance to do anything to rocks. After seeing Egghead, after seeing all of this, not a single chance to do anything. That is my opinion. I know it's been a very intense episode, but please feel free to comment and express your opinion and share your opinion to see what you think about what's happening in 1162. I'm gonna sign, and this is, I think, more than enough for today. Let's do here on the side. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23. You can say it as you want, and this is the Mandrago's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video, you liked this kind of fanfic theory that I'm trying to propose here, and I see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.